friends. This is Susanna Masseri, psychic medium and author of Living Beyond Death. And I'm here with guess who? Annalisa Bastiani and Terry Scalia.
Did you expect us to do something else?
Yeah, I thought maybe you'd introduce
Kind of worried about
yourself.
that. I was like, what? Oh, are we changing it? Okay.
Let's just go with the flow.
Go with it.
We are going to be talking about the reticular activating system. The RAS retrains one's thought patterns based on the instruction that we are about to give you. And just to mention, you all know by now that reality is nothing more than energy, right? We should all know that. That's number one rule. Everything is energy. When you think of certain things, you create a focus of attention, and that focus will become your part of your reality, no matter what you're focusing on, because you're drawing it to you. And it becomes part of your reality, no matter what you're thinking about. When you focus on something and you see it as being part of your reality, that in itself draws the energy of it to you. And the energy becomes part of your energy. And that will create your reality. Now, let me make sure that you know this is not any type of wishful thinking or summoning or anything like that. We are here to talk about retraining your thought patterns through the RAS. Since everything is energy and all possibilities are wide open for everyone on the planet, use possibilities, play with possibilities, focus on them, and create them as being probabilities, and then they will become your reality. So before we begin, let's do a little relaxation and very short visualization. So get comfortable, make sure you're not driving a car or using any kind of equipment. So close your eyes and relax. Take 3 deep breaths in and exhale. And relax. Drop your shoulders. Relax your facial muscles. And see it all happening within your imagination. See yourself with so much cash flow. You have enough money to live very comfortably. You have enough money to have a large savings account, enough to buy food, and more than enough to pay your bills. Take another deep breath and exhale. Open your eyes if you have them closed. Now, your reticular activating system, the RAS, is the neurological filter that decides what information you notice, what you respond to, and it does not judge truth or your beliefs. So when you consistently focus on something as already relevant to your life, your RAS begins to, number 1, highlight matching opportunities. 2, dampen contradictory information. 3, create coherence between thought, emotion, and action. And this is how probability becomes your experience. So we are going to go through different methods. And the first 2 methods, the first one is that the RAS activates when something is tagged as important. Now, the RAS is in your brainstem, and we have so much information coming at us every day, 24 hours a day, that there needs to be a filter to filter some of that stuff out. And the RAS tracks and pays attention to what is important to you, what you think about all the time, that inner dialogue that we all have. And when we think about money, there is so much stress around money. Money is just energy. That's all it is energy. So there are a lot of negative thoughts that we say to ourselves all the time. I don't have enough money for that. Money's coming, but I don't have it right now. That's too expensive. Can you guys think of other things we tell ourselves about money?
I don't deserve it.
It's a good one.
I'm always going to live paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one that maybe spiritual people have. If I see other people that don't have money, then I am not allowed to have money. Like somehow staying poor is going to help them. I know that saying it out loud sounds weird, but I'm guilty of it.
The one that gets me that a lot of spiritual people think, and even people that judge what we do and what we believe, is that we shouldn't be paid for the
Right.
work that we do.
Right. Like do it for
That
free.
we should give it away.
Doctors do it for free, and lawyers do it for free, and
Right, right.
we're not good.
What
We're
about
not
artists and musicians?
again, it's not deserving because we're not essential.
There you go.
If that is your job and that's how you make your living, I mean, come on.
I know.
You
It's
gotta
true,
get paid for it.
but
That
it's
too
hard.
is an exchange of energy.
Exactly. And that's what
Exactly.
if you think of it as an exchange, it makes more sense. But if you think of it as like, well, the world kind of values doctors more than they value a musician, because a doctor's going to save your life, that sort of makes sense enough for you to think the musician is not as important, right?
Mhm.
But that's a fallacy, obviously.
It is. It is. And people, and this is just a human experience. This is not a judgment at all on any individual or any group or anything like that. This is just the way human beings are. That if you don't pony up in some way
Mm-hmm.
and you get something for free, it's not going to mean as much.
Right.
It's not going to have value to you.
Which is why when Reiki began, there was a tradition of charging thousands of dollars for Reiki training because it made it valuable to do so. It was never meant to be that. It was meant to be free. But when it was given for free, nobody, treated it correctly.
Nobody appreciates it.
They didn't appreciate it at all. So I think it was Usui who decided, well, we're going to just charge thousands of dollars and see what happens. And people started absolutely trusting it, believing in it, thinking it must be great if it's this price. I mean, it's a human nature thing.
To me, it doesn't make sense to charge thousands and thousands of dollars for something that is our God-given right to have. Charge something if you're teaching it, for
Absolutely.
sure. But does it have to be thousands and thousands, thousands of dollars, where people who are living modestly or, living on their retirement, they can't afford it? I would, you just triggered me.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. There was a girl that, or a lady that I was, helping her to build her business. And, I didn't get anything for it other than, she would let me come to her classes for free. And this was back years ago when I just, I was living paycheck to paycheck, single mom, just trying to make ends meet kind of thing. And she was giving this class and she was charging like $350. Well, I didn't have $350. She told me, she said, I don't really need help with this one. She said, but I want you to go. And, and I said, well, I don't, I'm probably not going to be able to do that because I don't have $350. And she said, well, if you can't pay for it, then you're not meant to have it.
No,
You're
she's
not,
wrong. That's a very dismissive bullshit way of saying it. Some would say that maybe if it was like meant to be, then the money will come. That's another way of saying that nicely.
Yeah.
So the RAS activates when something is tagged as important. The first thing to do is to think of yourself as being important,
Mm-hmm.
and that you are important and that you matter and you deserve everything beautiful in this world, that you deserve, especially money. So we're going to do a little practice. And I want you to either think about this as I say it or say it out loud when you're listening to this or you play it back. My mind now recognizes abundance, stability, and financial ease as relevant to my daily life. Now, once you hear that, once you say that to yourself or think that to yourself, I want you to be aware of how does that land in your body. Don't think about what your thoughts are about it or what your belief system is about money. If it's negative, don't think about that. Try not to think about it. It doesn't matter. What matters is how did that land in your body? So I'll say it again. My mind now recognizes abundance, stability, and financial ease as relevant to my daily life. If somehow you have negative things come up, negative thoughts, write those down. Write them down. And when you repeat this to yourself, it works because the RAS doesn't require your beliefs or your own beliefs about what is true about your situation. It requires designation and relevance, which comes before any evidence of what might be happening in your reality. So on to the next method, and this is focus without chasing. So again, close your eyes and relax your body. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And see money already functioning in your life. Your bills are paid without stress. You purchase food without getting the calculator out and trying to figure out what you can afford. Savings existing quietly in the background. So while you have your eyes closed and you're relaxed, I'm going to say that again. See money already functioning in your life. Bills are paid without stress. Food purchased without calculation. Savings existing quietly in the background. No excitement spike, no desperation, just a feeling of normalcy. And then repeat that to yourself again and feel how ordinary this feels. The RAS responds more strongly to familiarity than to fantasy or wishful thinking. When abundance feels normal, the nervous system stops rejecting it. And I want you to let that sink in. When abundance feels normal, the nervous system stops rejecting it. You ready, Annalisa?
That was powerful. Can I just say for a second,
Yeah.
my experience with the first was icky.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's that not deserving thing or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, but it felt icky, and my body was actually like feeling like it was rejecting it. And then when we did the second focus, it absolutely felt peaceful and stable. And I don't usually equate the two, like the money with stability, because that's what of course, what we all want is that feeling of stability. But in that focus, I was feeling it. That was cool. Moving on, method 3.
Yeah, well, just to mention really quickly, the most stressful time that I have is paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
The day that I pay bills. That's
Yeah,
another thing. Easy come, easy go.
it's hemorrhaging. You feel like you're hemorrhaging,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have it for 5 seconds and it goes out again.
Yeah. So this
Yep.
is if we can understand that all of the things that we've been talking about, and I mean we, people that are interested in spirituality and metaphysics, and not all the woo-woo crap,
Mm-hmm.
is that, no offense to anyone.
No offense to woo-woo crap.
No, 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 no offense. Everybody's doing what they need to do.
For entertainment purposes only.
I might have to cut that out.
Oh.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry. Without the woo-woo, you said. If we can do this.
If we can use the RAS to change our thought patterns, because this is actually scientific evidence of everything that we've been saying for years, that what you focus on is what you create, is what you are going to create. And I have seen so many people disparage that and make fun of the belief that we create our own reality. This is the science to back it up. We have the physical backing that up, because we get into patterns of thought, and what we think about the most is what we're going to draw to us. We're going to create our reality. And this is with the help of the RAS, because it does the filtering for you. So there it is.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-dum. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. So here, our next exercise is about emotionality and how it matters. Instead of asking, do I feel excited? Ask, do I feel safe? Do I feel supported? Do I feel steady? Let the emotion settle at contentment or relief, not adrenaline. Why does this work? Because high emotional charge can signal lack, but calm coherence signals integration, which the RAS interprets as real. The next method is asking you to shift your language from wanting to statistical expectation. And the practice for this is saying silently, this is not a wish, this is a probability I am now participating in. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and to yourself, repeat, this is not a wish, this is a probability I am now participating in. Then I want you to visualize small confirmations that have happened, like an unexpected discount, a payment arriving on time, a helpful conversation. This works because the RAS tracks patterns. Small confirmations train it to expect continuation. You can open your eyes now.
That was good. That felt good.
Yeah.
That was calming.
And that's what it seems like when I'm learning from this is I used to think in manifestation you'd have to have that emotion, but that emotion had to be like "Rah," to drive it. But I'm learning through this that it's really the calmness and the normalcy that drives it, because the familiarity is what is happening with the continuation, which is fascinating to me. Anyway, go on.
It is fascinating. You ready for me?
Mm-hmm.
So the next method is daily evidence, a daily evidence scan. So once a day, ask yourself, where did stability or support show up today? And no matter how small, count it. They're all important. Doesn't matter how big or how small they are. They are all important. An important rule is not to argue with the size of the evidence. And how it works is the RAS strengthens whatever it is asked to look for. Evidence scanning reinforces the loop between focus, perception, and reality. And then the next method is to interrupt the old focus gently. So when fear or lack thoughts arise, instead of correcting them, say to yourself, that's an old focus pattern. I'm training a new one. Then redirect your attention to a physical sensation, your breath, your feet, your hands. And this works. How this works is it keeps the nervous system regulated while disengaging the old filter. No inner war is required.
And one thing that you had talked about in the wanting, that I want to remind everyone that when you want something, you're always going to be wanting it.
Mm-hmm.
So take that word out. I want this, I want that. Take that out of your vocabulary. Because if you want, you're going to always want.
That's the first thing they say in writing affirmations. Never frame it as I want this.
Mm-hmm.
I am experiencing this, so that you already kind of feel like it's entering your life.
Yeah. I just found another, it looks like relaxation. So you want to do another relaxation
Sure.
and visualization? All right. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. Drop your shoulders. Relax your facial muscles. All the muscles in your body, in your neck, your shoulders. And as you relax, understand this isn't about forcing reality to change. It's about aligning your focus so reality can respond. Your attention trains your nervous system. Your nervous system trains your perception. And perception is the doorway through which reality forms. So I'm going to repeat that. As you relax, understand this isn't about forcing reality to change. It's about aligning your focus so reality can respond. Your attention trains your nervous system. Your nervous system trains your perception, and perception is the doorway through which reality forms. So open your eyes, take a deep breath, exhale.
That felt really cool, actually.
Really lays it out.
Yeah, a lot of these methods have just zingers that kind of resonate so hard. I wasn't expecting that either.
I printed out a lot of ways, statements actually, that you can say to yourself.
Cool.
Did you guys get them?
I did.
Yes.
Okay.
Find mine.
I'll do the first one. If someone wants to do the second one, we'll just trade off.
Okay.
All right. This is something to tell yourself in the morning. My mind is automatically drawn to what supports me. I notice opportunities that were always there and now reveal themselves. My focus shapes my experience, and my focus is calm, clear, and supportive. What I give my attention to grows easily. My nervous system recognizes safety, flow, and ease.
These are really specific and kind of cool. Like you hear your affirmations, and a lot of them can sound really, you know, foo-foo. These are kind of concrete to me.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a lot of it is wrapped around the nervous system and feeling safe.
Mm,
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't feel safe in this world.
that is so true. Oh my gosh. That's kind of amazing that it, to me, it's amazing that it's actually resonating so much uh, that I don't feel safe. You know, it's the realization that I'm really not feeling safe lately, and that this is kind of helping that.
Yeah. I think a tentacle to
I
this
like that.
would
Tentacle.
be
It's a good word.
trusting yourself and trusting your soul that you know what you're doing.
Big time.
That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true. I can do the next one.
Okay.
I'll do
Money.
the
Yeah. So because your brain needs permission to see money. So this is money and abundance, the RAS language. So say this to yourself. And this is again because your brain needs permission to see the money. My brain is trained to recognize money, support, and opportunity everywhere. I naturally notice ways money flows to me. Being paid, supported, and valued feels normal to my system. That's a big one. You have to imagine that that feels normal. That if you don't recognize that it feels normal, then I think you're sabotaging yourself. So you have to feel like it's normal. I expect money to show up in practical and unexpected ways. And opportunities for income stand out clearly to me. Opportunities for income stand out clearly to me.
That's a big one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. It is a big one.
Recognize opportunities.
And this whole thing is all about what you tell yourself. I mean,
is.
it's all about what you tell yourself.
Mhm.
Stop telling yourself the negative stuff.
Mhm.
Stop doing that because
At the very least, notice it when it happens, because it's sometimes it's just so ingrained.
it is a habit.
Mhm.
And it is something that we do it like we don't even think about it. That negative thing just comes into your head. And then learning to recognize that. Sometimes they slip through the cracks and you don't even realize it because it's so natural for you to do that.
Exactly.
You've done it for for years and years and years. It just becomes habit. But if you can recognize it and maybe say the statement to counteract what you just said, that I think
Neutralize it, right?
yeah, neutralize it completely. I think that's a really good thing
Mm-hmm.
to do.
I think gratitude. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, big.
When you see opportunities that come up, when you see money that shows up, even if it's $1.50,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just even the smallest amount of money that comes to you, just thank it.
Just feel the gratefulness
Thank
for it.
the energy, thank the RAS, thank yourself, because you did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't say something like, God, $1.50, really?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Why
oh, that's
can't,
not enough for anything.
couldn't
Yeah,
Can't
don't
buy a cup
judge
of
it.
coffee. Don't judge it. Exactly.
No, yeah, the little things count.
Absolutely. And
And
they increase.
and I know RAS works because you can do this with anything.
Hmm.
Mel
Mhm.
Robbins was saying she does it with hearts. People send her hearts all the time now.
Oh.
You can do it with butterflies. You can do it with, uh, let's say, the cardinal. The cardinal is often very important to people, and it's a message from spirit. I happen to love red hair,
Hmm.
but it has to be the right color of red
Hmm.
and the right complexion that goes with it, almost teetering on auburn, but I really love red hair. And I was standing at the pharmacy one day and there was this woman in front of me, a young woman. Oh God, she had the most beautiful hair. Oh, it was so gorgeous. It was such a pretty color red and it just flowed and it had body to it and it was long and it was just freaking gorgeous. And I'm just standing there mooning over her red hair, thinking how beautiful it is. For the next week, I was seeing people with red hair everywhere. After she left the line in the pharmacy, I walked down one of the aisles and there was a little baby, a toddler, in the cart, sitting in the cart with red hair. And I went, oh my gosh. I went around the corner and there was another baby with red hair.
Following you.
The next day, I went to get pizza because we were having somebody come over to the house. And there in the pizza place, I just happened to look to my left where people were sitting down and they had a baby with red hair. The next day, I went to the place where I go quite frequently for lunch. It's a barbecue place. And they had a new hire, red hair. So this is how it works.
So what is it telling you when you have a sign like that? What do you think it's telling you, or what you're on your right path, or
It's
It's
it's what you're focusing on.
it's what
yeah,
you're
it's
focusing on?
What
it's my RAF
Yeah,
working.
you're
Got it.
bringing it
Okay.
to you. What
Got it.
the thing that blings the thing that brings you happiness and
And
Right?
if I hadn't seen that woman standing
yeah,
in line with her beautiful red hair, and that just struck a chord in me,
yeah.
and how much I love red hair.
So now it's like everywhere I
Okay,
look, red.
so everywhere I look, there it is.
That's
It's
pretty
like
cool.
it's like when you're pregnant, right? You're pregnant, and all of a sudden, everywhere you go, there's pregnant women everywhere.
You go into a public bathroom, you're bound to find another pregnant woman in there.
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna try that with Tom Hiddleston and see if I think of him seeing him, maybe he'll show up.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Who is that?
He's a British actor. He
Oh,
plays Loki. Loki in the Marvel films.
oh.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I digress. Safety and regulation.
Here we go.
This part is crucial. RAS won't stick if the body feels unsafe.
Hmm.
That's a big one. It is safe for me to receive. Nothing bad happens when things go well.
That is
That's
a
a
big one.
big one. Like they talked about, I heard about Holocaust victims who don't let themselves experience too much happiness because they're afraid it's going to get taken away from them.
Hmm.
PTSD, essentially. But
Yeah.
that is a big one, I think. Nothing bad happens when things go well.
That ties into people who have a fear of success
Yes. And that's all of us. I mean,
because
everyone
it
I
can be
talk to.
taken away.
Exactly.
You could lose it.
You get attached, you could lose it.
Wow.
Ease is allowed in my life. I'll say it again. Ease is allowed in my life. And the last one is, I can relax and still be supported. That's another one.
Yep.
I can relax and still
Yes.
be supported.
Hmm.
Okay.
These are all
Ide-
lighting up for me in a weird way.
Yes.
Identity. Identity level RAS statements. And this is where shifts really lock in. I am someone who notices solutions. I live in a reality that responds to me. Things tend to work out for me. Support finds me without struggle. I'm going to read that again. I am someone who notices solutions. I live in a reality that responds to me. Let your reality love you.
Mm-hmm.
You love reality. This is something else you can say to yourself. I love reality and reality loves me. Or
Mm-hmm.
I love life and life loves me. I love being a medium and mediumship loves me.
Mm-hmm.
Things tend to work out for me. Support finds me without struggle. Anyone want to do the next one? Or you want me to
Sure.
do it?
Oh, you can do it if you want.
Doesn't matter. All right, this is something you can repeat throughout the day. Pick one and repeat it whenever you remember. Of course, I'd notice that. This is another example of things working for me. My brain knows how to find support. I like this is another example of things working for me.
I really like that one too.
Mel Robbins also had Hoda. I don't know what her last name is. I don't know how to
I
pronounce
know who you're
it.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She was on as a guest, and she was saying that what she repeats to herself is, good things are always happening to me.
That's a great one.
And I talked to Abram about that. He added something. Good things are always happening to me, and all things are good.
Hmm.
Ah, wow.
That is a good one.
Everything's about experience.
Mm-hmm.
What makes it what we think of as good or bad is one, our expectations about a situation or something that happens, the emotions that we put into it, and what kind of charge we put into it. So, how to use this? Simple, no pressure. Pick out one of these lines that means something to you, that you resonate with. And in the morning, read once. Midday, repeat your one line anchor, which is, of course, I'd notice that. This is another example of things working for me. My brain knows how to find support. That is your one line anchor. So at night, say, show me how this showed up today. Even tiny examples count. So your RAS doesn't need force. You don't need to force anything. It needs repetition, safety, and expectation. And that's about it. And what we can do is we can meet here next week, same time, same station. And if you practice this at home, we will practice this also this
Mm-hmm.
week. And then we can all compare notes.
Yeah,
That's
great
a
idea.
And we would love to have you make comments. We are in the process of building a website. And we love your support. We love you. We love that you're here and that you're helping to build our community. And in the website, we will have contact information.
I like it.
So like us, subscribe, turn on notifications, tag us, tell your friends about us. Let's build this community together. We love you and thank you so much for being here today.
Bye.
Bye.